Press conference for the second Bennetts British Superbike race at Oulton Park. We'll start with you, Tommy. Tommy, a long, hard race, and it all came down to that final lap. Talk us through that last part, because it was close.
Yeah, no, for sure. I struggled making starts this weekend for some reason, and dropped to probably 5th or 6th maybe off the start, and then just thought, I'll just settle, and it all kind of clicked nicely. But when I got to the front, I felt good. Felt like I set a strong pace. Just started sort of suffering a little bit with the rear tyre, and just kind of tried to ride a little bit in reserve. And then obviously Scott come by, and I thought I'd just just sit here. I was comfortable. I knew Josh was behind me, and I knew it was always going to be a battle to the end. But team done a phenomenal job. The bike was perfect, and was capable of winning for sure. So it is frustrating. I can't hide my emotion. It's obviously disappointing for myself. It's disappointing for the team, but it is what it is. At the minute we're not strong enough, and we work on another game plan.
Moving on to Josh, second place today. Josh with a great move on the last lap on Tommy. What had you been setting up on the final lap? Because it looked like you were desperate to try and get another win after yesterday.
By the time it got to the end of the race, I was hoping these two would kind of duff each other up, and I'd just slip through for a nice little cheeky result. But it didn't happen so much like that. Earlier in the race, I didn't get an ideal start, and I wasn't that bothered. I knew tyres were sort of going to come into play a little. So I tried to be clever and not overdo it early on, and just sort of try and save a little bit for the end. But the pace was too strong. By the time we got to the end of the race, I had nothing extra anyway. So I tried as hard as I could, but obviously these guys are riding equally as good. So just managed to be in the right place at the right time, coming over the finish to sneak that pass. Obviously, I know how it feels to get nipped just before the line, but I've got to try and get any points I can. Obviously, Scott rode superb, did what he needed to do, and took the win.
Moving on to our race winner, Scott. First podium yesterday, first win at Oulton Park today. Great move at his ears on lap 12 to take the lead. How would you set the race up from your perspective?
I just needed to get off the start line and not go backwards like I do every race. And we worked on that this morning. We found something. I did good starts in warm-up. The start I did then was really good. Put me in a much better position. I knew that I had the pace to run with these front guys. Whether to beat them was a different story, but I do fight till the end, so I know I've got that in the pocket. And morning warm-up, we was on used tyres, and I felt really good with some changes we made with the bike. So I was confident, I was comfortable. The starts was good. So I had a clear head going into that race. Got a good start, stayed behind Tommy. And the pace was fast, so I thought I'm not going to try and mess each other up a little bit. Let's try and get out of a bit of a mess, and then we can fight later on. And I saw him kind of back up a bit. I took a move, tried to get away, and he was still there all the time, and I couldn't really get away. And for me, it is so good to come to this track and take a win. It's a big thing for me, I said yesterday, so we had to fight for it, and there's 3 hungry guys on the same bike going for that win, and for Tommy to go for the move on the outside into the last corner, I take my hats off to him, but it's not really going to work, but it's worth a try in any case. And we look on to race 3, and see how we can finish up.